Good evening, or good morning to you, because it's always morning when I put these out. It is Sunday evening for me, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this week's car boot haul video. I am so tired. I can barely keep my eyes open. I hope I'm going to make sense throughout this video, but I'm just absolutely hanging. It's 8:10 on a Sunday night, and I'm like, I can go to bed now if I want, can't I? Yeah, I'm a grown-up. I can go to bed if I want, but I shouldn't want to. However, it has been a long old day, up early for the car boot sale, and a small haul, a small and not very thrilling haul. A couple of nice bits, but nothing really exciting. But as you know, I'm buying less and less at the moment, purely because not enjoying listing, so I'm buying less to list. So let's begin with the very, very heavy dishes, which I don't actually know where I'm going to put them when I've begun. Maybe I'll be able to put them behind. They are huge. I have got 6 of these. They are, just wonder if that's an actual price sticker, but it's not. They are the Paul Costello Rim Plate Cream 13-inch, so they're over a foot in diameter. They are Paul Costello for Wedgwood, and they are absolutely massive. There is a Greek key design around the rim, but the camera may not pick it up very well. They are absolutely massive. They are really, very, very, very nice, and I have 6 of them. I got them from Sue's stall, and she had them priced up at £2 for the 6. One of them here has the price sticker on, if I could find it. They're very heavy. Paul Costello designed clothes, and then he did design bags, and then apparently he went on and did plates. I do find it odd when clothes designers suddenly bring out a dishware range. Like somebody's went, you know, you're really good at jackets. Do you think you could do plates? And they've gone, huh? How hard can a plate be? So there we go. The last one, £2 a lot. £2 a lot. I have looked them up, and I have found varying results for the Paul Costello stuff. But what I have found is that there should be a safe tenner each, and possibly more, depending on which ones they are, because some people call them a charger plate. Some people have referred to deep, shallow pasta dish. So I need to make sure which ones I've got before I actually put them on. But they could easily be more than a tenner each. But I think a tenner each is a very safe estimate. 6 of those, 60 quid, £2 into 60 quid. I will take that all day long. Bear with, I need a drink. Next up, the only things I bought from Steve today. I could not find it in me to rummage. I couldn't find it in me to bend and rummage today. It's hot. I was a bit, you know, I was a combination of hot and clammy at the car boot sale this morning. Not sure what that was about. But he did say to me, there's 3 Cath Kids to mugs on the table. He wanted £1 each on those, so I picked up those 3. These are not the massive sellers, but even so, for £1 each, they're worth picking up. And I like to buy something off Steve if I can, because he's been very good to me over time. So I like to, you know, get something if I can. 2 of them are Churchill and 1's Queen's. I didn't notice that at the time. So I paid £1 each on those. And the other thing I got from Steve was this tray, which I also paid £1 for. And I bought this because I said to myself, I've had that tray and sold it in the past, I'll buy it again. Turns out I have this tray listed. I haven't sold it. It's been listed for a very, very long time. So now I have 2 trays that won't sell. Maybe I just need to reduce my price. But yeah, so it is a melamine tray, and I can't remember what it's called, but there's a heron on there or something. It's good. There's an actual name for this range. It's a vintage St Michael from Marks and Spencer. This isn't for resale. This is for Natalie. It's a Harry Potter Creative Maker Kits. Make your own light up Hogwarts. It is open at one end, but the lady said all the bits are there. So I guess the challenge is discovering whether she was telling the truth or not. So that was Nats. That was £1. And also for Natalie, but for me to try as well. Nat's been thinking about getting one of these IPL devices. I think it stands for Intensive Pulse Light. And basically it's a hair removal tool where you remove your hair at home using these things. It was £5. It was also from Sue, the same place I got the plates. Comes with a plug adapter because it's got a foreign plug on it, but somebody's put a British plug adapter on there. Now, there's a quick start guide. Preparation for use. Shave any visible hair before use. Seems counterproductive, but okay. Most of these things you have to have hair of a certain length to use them, so that's unusual to read that. Ensure your skin is completely clean and dry. No creams or oil should be in contact with your Kenzie handset. Take a before picture to measure results. Plug in your handset, press the green power button on the back to turn it on. Also used to switch the intensity level. Blue lights on the front indicate the intensity. To achieve the best result, it is recommended that you use it on intensity level 5. However, test your handset on lower level before starting your treatments so you can get used to the feeling of IPL. Only effective when the hair follicle is attached to the hair cell. Waxing, plucking, or using an epilator removes the entire hair cell, so to be sure not to do any of these before your treatment. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's been thinking about it. We've looked at various ones. There are various ones that are used by various influencers, but they are quite expensive. And so you're like, oh, I wonder if they're actually any good or not. And so this one was a £5 and we thought we'd give it a go. I'm going to try it on Nat's head. Look out for a completely hairless Nat. She can't hear me. I got 2 ducks today for my duck collection. I will insert a picture here of small duck collection. I decided I was going to start collecting these ducks a while ago, and it's growing very, very slowly. So I got this one and this one. They were not from the same lady. This one was £1 and this one was 50p. In fact, this one should have been 10p, but the lady couldn't find any change, and I said, that's fine, I'm happy to give you 50p. So 2 ducks for my duck collection. This one has a top hat and boots on, and this one's just duck shaped. I don't know what they make it. I don't know what the wood is. I feel like I ought to. I feel like like the information is in my head somewhere, but not coming out. Yeah, so two ducks to add to my collection. And also for me, so we've bought a lot to resell today, have we? Also for me, a laptop case. This is a MacBook Air case, and hopefully it will fit mine. There's a whole thing whether your MacBook Air is the right year or whatever, but hopefully it will fit mine. If it doesn't, it was only £3, and the world will not end if I've wasted my £3. But it also had a hard shell case inside, so I thought that was quite good. Hard shell, webcam cover for privacy protection. It says for new Air 13.3. I don't know whether that's what I've got or not, but even if this part doesn't fit, even if the hard shell part doesn't fit, this case definitely will. And for £3, it's a really strong, decent quality case. It feels really very well padded, really, really nice. So I had a few of them, and I thought, okay, I will try that, I thought, because my thoughts are that thrilling. I'm very tired. I picked up a dog coat, which I didn't know if Anthony would want for Bella. However, he said it's a little bit too cottagecore for him. He didn't use the phrase cottagecore. He used the phrase grannified. But cottagecore is the in phrase. It is actually a very nice brand. It's a Harry Barker. This is an extra small Harry Barker dog coat. And it is very floral, cottagecore, 80s kind of thing. So that'll go on eBay. I got Jeanette McCurdy's autobiography, I'm Glad My Mum Died. Jeanette McCurdy, I don't know if you might recognise her. If you ever watched iCarly or your kids watched iCarly, she played Sam in iCarly and then continued on into Sam and whatever the other thing was called, Sam and Cat. And she had a very difficult relationship with her mother, an extremely difficult relationship with her mother, kind of, emotional abuse and whatever, and a very controlling relationship. And yeah, she had a very difficult time, and then her mum died. And after therapy, Jeanette feels that she's not sad about that. And I'm interested to read it. I've looked at it a couple of times and wondered if I might enjoy it. And it was £1. So I was like, I will give that a try for £1. So that's yet another thing that's not to resell today. Everything else on this table is for sale though. I got this wooden box. I think I just channeled my inner Stall 69. I was like, that's something that Stall would pick up. I think it's probably only a touristy wooden box thing that, I don't know, maybe African. Stall, you'll tell me, what is this? You'll know. Stall will know. But it's got a kind of inlaid checkerboard kind of design. So much checkerboard that when I tried to do a Google image search, it just showed me chessboards. But yeah, just a wooden trinket box. It was £1.50 and I quite liked it. Something else that I really like but isn't for me to keep is a Stephen Brown tote bag. I don't think it's any particular quality, and it was only 20p because it needs a strap repairing. So I need to just stitch that strap back in. Like I said, if it was particular quality, I don't think that strap would have come off in the first place. But I like the Stephen Brown stuff. And it's the Stephen Brown giraffe design. So I thought I'd give it. It does need a wash though. So it's going to go through the wash, be repaired, and then it'll go on eBay. I don't normally buy clothes anymore. I haven't bought any clothes for a while, but I was rummaging through this stuff and I saw this zip front denim pinafore dress. Now the brand says Wear Denim, so I'm presuming that's Warehouse. It looks very much like a Warehouse label, but I've never shopped at Warehouse. So I presume this is the denim stuff from Warehouse. It's a UK 18, zip front, again, needs a wash. It's not dirty, it just smells like it's been lugged around to a few boot sales, I guess. So that'll go through the wash as well. That was £1. I paid £1 again with Sue for a Casio calculator. It is the FX85 GTX Class Whiz. It's not really calculating season now. Most of the exams are finished now, in fact, if not all of them. So kind of missed this year's exam season. However, you may sell a few over the summer for kids who are starting school in September, need a calculator for school or whatever. So that was worth springing my £1 on. And then the last thing from this haul, I've got that sticky label stuck on my finger and it won't come off, is the Babyliss Universal Diffuser. Babyliss Pro Hairdressing Universal Diffuser. It was £1. I don't know if it's used or not. I still can't tell when I've opened it. Diffusers don't look very used. Yeah, I think it has been used. But I think it's all there in the box. And that might go for a tenner. Might go for a tenner. Not a huge haul. In fact, probably, in looking at what I've got in this bag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items if you call the plates one item. 10 items to resell, 11 items to resell. Not a lot, but probably quite enough for someone who's still got a massive unlisted backlog and absolutely zero motivation. Thank you for watching. As always, if you've seen anything you like, drop me a line. Sorry, I had a coughing and sneezing fit. Recently, stuff has actually been hitting eBay before the video has hit the channel. So it's possible that I've had a couple of times recently when people have messaged me, said they're interested in something, and it's already sold on eBay because it's been something that's sold very quickly. So I'm sorry if that happens, but I am trying to list it as I buy it rather than just add it to the stockpile. And I'm trying to close my mind to the thoughts of the death pile that I haven't actually worked on and just work through the stuff that's coming in the door. That said, I'm still building up a secondary death pile under the desk. So maybe tomorrow I'll list everything that's in this bag and 5 more. And maybe I'll see if I can just break it down into little chunks like that and see if I can get through the death pile, because I do need to do something. Thank you, as always, for joining me for this one, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.